We're coming up on Sparking Zero's anniversary, and so far, Bandai hasn't said anything about the future of Sparking Zero. With over 5 million copies sold worldwide, Sparking Zero should be gearing up for another year in the Room of Spirit and Time. But instead, it almost seems like Bandai is prepared to let the game die a slow death. It's basically the end of August, and we still haven't heard anything about the final Diamond Pack's release date. Xenoverse 2, a 9-year-old game, still to this day is getting support in the form of new characters, outfits, and more story content, and sometimes new stages, just to name a few of the things. The last DLC I bought for Xenoverse was the Hero of Justice pack, which I mainly got just so I could play with Beast Gohan. But the pack also added new story missions and a new stage, the Red Ribbon base from the movie. Also added was new moves, outfits, and a slew of other content. Sparking Zero, on the other hand,
I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, ever.
Sparking Zero's DLC at the time of this video's release only releases new characters and nothing more. No new story missions, no new outfits, no new moves, nothing. Why is Bandai letting this game die quietly really needs to be studied. Despite me claiming Bandai is letting the game die, is not entirely true though. Bandai has patched the game for the better over the last several months, fixing many of the game's broken mechanics as well as finally adding a new game mode to the game, Legendary Warrior Face-Off. But that's not enough. What I love more than anything is more stages, more outfits, and more what-if stories. Adding just one of these things, if not all to the story, will most likely be enough to bring the game to its true and deserving glory. So, today, join me as I share my opinions on what I'd like to see if Bandai decides to lock in and start adding more content to Sparking Zero. Don't forget to comment, like, and share the video if you find anything in here that resonates with you. With that said, let's get into it. Sparking Zero's biggest crime is the lack of iconic stages missing from the game. Despite the files existing within the game, stages like Kami's Lookout and Kame's House still missing. It's nasty work. Booting up Sparking Zero for the first time and looking at the base game stages will trick you into believing there's a good selection of stages in the game. And yet, this couldn't be further from the truth. Most of the stages are simply different times of day, and the only destructible stage in the game is Planet Namek. As I mentioned earlier, Xenoverse 2 added new stages alongside the new characters it added to the game. Baby Vegeta gave us the Tuffle Planet, Zamasu Fuse gave us the Future Destroy City, and Beast Gohan gave us the Red Ribbon Army, just to name a few in case I didn't make my point clear. If Bandai would have released more maps within the DLC packs, the backlash wouldn't have been so chaotic. More stages have been a main topic for missing content in this game. The Sparking games were always recognized for how much it made the player feel like they were rewatching scenes straight out of the anime. Tenkaichi 3 added so many iconic stages from the anime, such as Planet Vegeta's atmosphere to where Vegeta got humbled in the mountains. More stages being added to the game is something the fandom wants so badly. Maybe Bandai made the choice to purposely hold the stages back in the beginning and planned on its second year of DLC. I mean, the fact Super 17 is missing from the base roster still might suggest this theory, which leads me into my next requested content for this game. Insert. One thing that really disappointed me with the first DLC pack was that we didn't get any story content. I was looking forward to playing through the events of the superhero arc within the Sparking Zero engine. Maybe Xenoverse once again spoiled me, because after all, anytime new characters were added to that game, new parallel quests came to accommodate them as well. Sure, Bandai gave us the option to make our own stories, using custom battles, but I honestly would have preferred Namco to be more hands-on like they were in past games. The Budokai and Tenkaichi games gave us amazing what-if stories. I'll never forget playing Budokai 3 during the end of Z arc, when Goku was on his way to fight Vegeta and he unlocked Super Saiyan 4.
What? What is this place? I don't know why, but my body hurts. What's going on here? Yes! My head is throbbing! Feels like it's gonna split in two! What's happening to me? I can't stop it! I'm losing my mind! I can feel it! I'm changing! Chi-Chi! Goten! Everyone! understand it. Why did my body transform? And where did I get this incredible power? Oh well, I'll just have to figure it out later. I've got to keep moving.
From there, he heads to the tournament to battle Vegeta, who has also unlocked Super Saiyan Gen 4. Hell, all of Budokai 2 What If campaign would have been welcome. Super Buu absorbing Frieza and Cell would have been so interesting. I mean, just look at how much love the Gohan Black arc got in Sparking Zero. It received so much praise, drives my point that Sparking Zero needs to consider adding more story content to the game. If you cycle through all the characters' customizations, you will notice everybody has a tab for costumes. This is very misleading because only a select few characters have access to alternate outfits. Even characters who had multiple outfits in the Budokai games, as well as the other Sparking games, don't have access to those outfits in Sparking Zero. This, however, is another golden opportunity for Bandai to capitalize on. Let's give the characters their missing outfits, but why just stop there? Let's give them new outfits. Let's give Vegeta in the Turtle Hermit Gi, maybe his GT fit, or how about Goten in some Saiyan armor? If that's too much to ask, then can we at least get the missing outfits, please? Can we get the outfits like Krillin's jogging fit, or Teen Gohan's Turtle Hermit Gi? How about GT Goku's outfit with his tail? Even alternate colors at the minimum will be a welcome addition. Just please, Bandai, throw us something for customizing our characters. If Bandai does decide to add anything after year 1, adding outfits seems like the safe and easy route to go. And if they decide to do that, then hopefully they release them in bundles and not try to nickel and diamonds every little chance they can get. Alright, call me crazy, but I do think adding more characters to the game can actually boost its longevity. But only and only if the right characters are added. And what I mean by that is to give us characters that the fandom actually want to see. Let's look at GT. Imagine Bandai adding characters like Ledric, General Wildo, or all of the Shadow Dragons. Maybe the GT variants of Goten, Trunks, and Gohan. Vegeta? Maybe Goku and Vegeta Jr.? Some will say we got enough versions of Goku and Vegeta, but I'm willing to bet that this will be well more received than adding characters like Pansy. Xenoverse has been adding characters over the last several years that were well received and ironically at a faster rate than Sparking Zero has. What I mean by that is the fact that Daima has been finished for weeks, but only Xenoverse had added the Daima characters that we are truly interested in. SSJ4 Daima Goku and SSJ3 Vegeta, the adult version, are fully playable, yet we are still waiting for them in Sparking Zero with no news on when we can expect them. Xenoverse also has a better chance of seeing characters like Moro, Granola, and Gas added to the game before Sparking Zero. Bandai adding these characters would be an easy win and would most likely get people to return to the game. Charlotte was added to the game out of the blue, so maybe Bandai might be doing something similar in the future with new characters. Perhaps we could get some characters from Super Dragon Ball Heroes maybe. One can hope. Sparking Zero was supposed to be the ultimate modern day Dragon Ball game, but unfortunately came up short. But despite its painful shortcomings, I believe if Bandai pick any of my points, if not all of them, can bring the game back to its true former glory. Is Sparking Zero still a fun game to play? Well, that depends who you ask. If it's the tryhards, probably not. Truth be told, I believe they are the main ones yelling the game is dead because of how broken and unbalanced the game can be. If you ask the casual offline players, it's probably the same answer, but because of how bare the game feels from its predecessors, giving us more iconic stages from the anime or missing outfits will make the casual scene do cartwheels back to the game. I really hope Bandai doesn't drop the game after they finally release the final Daima pack. There's still so much more that can be added to Sparking Zero, but of course, that's up to the devs. I suppose only time will tell. But in my honest opinion, the fact that the game was finally bought over to Switch 1 and Switch 2 makes me really worried that Bandai might truly be done with support for the game. So, what do you guys think? Do you agree with any of my points? Or do you have anything you would like to add that I didn't mention? Please leave your comments below. With that, this has been Infinite Zero, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Game on, gamers.